I am now deeply suspicious of social media, although the only one I use anymore is Facebook. I did have a Twitter account at one time, and something happened to my email address. Nobody believes it, but when my phone got drowned in the sewage flood at my last residence, I lost 2,000 photographs, silly me. Many of them of my dog who died 2 months later. But what also happened was that all my emails were wiped. And that, of course, should not have happened. They should have still been there in cyberspace, even if they weren't on my phone. And my email address never worked again, which means that I've been locked out of my Find a Grave account now for 2.5 years, and also my Gone Too Soon account. Social media, of course, would never do for anyone who was a private person, for which reason my cousin will not touch Facebook. Sensible woman. It doesn't actually matter what your friends' settings are. Whatever you put on your timeline, it's all around the whole of Ceredigion here in 24 hours or less. Distorted, of course. But what it also does is turn people who were not haters into haters. I spent, my first 2 or 3 years, I suppose, on Facebook. I don't get involved in it anymore. Being attacked on all sides. No matter what I said, it was attacked. Or I would join a group and my comments would be deleted. Or for the most trivial of reasons, or no reason at all, I would be thrown out of a group. Or, of course, there's the troll attack. And that's the worst. I delete them on sight now. Even on suspicion that they're a troll, I'll delete them. It's basically, of course, a gang attack, which is a major trigger for me with my post-traumatic stress. And you'll get apparently 2, 3, 4 people all coming on to attack you with ad hominem attacks. Any attack will do. If they don't understand what you're saying, they'll call you stupid. I do remember one particular occasion when I was so incredibly triggered that I said things I've never said in my life before to someone who was purportedly a woman, but who can tell? Don't know whether it was a woman or a man or I don't know, CIA, MI5, MI6. Who knows? I don't consider them to be human, by the way. The agencies, the governmental agencies, I don't consider them human at all. They probably aren't. David Icke might have a point. Social media is the exact opposite of what it purports to be. It is incredibly divisive. It can undoubtedly change your mind, and it tries to, all the time. It messes around with who you are all the time. So if your idea of who you are is a little shaky to start with, it's the absolute worst thing to go on. If you don't have huge amounts of self-confidence and a very good idea of who you are, and if you're a person who doesn't entirely know who they are because there may be 2 or 3 of you in one body, you need it like a hole in the head. But it's addictive. This is what I can't figure out. Clearly it can't be physically addictive, or can it? Does it do something to alter your brain structure in some way? As, in fact, benzodiazepines do. They plant receptors in your brain and apparently in your stomach. It cannot be physically addictive, surely. It must be psychological. And yet, no matter how much I hate it, I don't completely leave it. Oh, it's my... I post things that are completely innocuous. I don't much get involved in politics on Facebook anymore. Because you know that whatever you say, someone is going to come on and attack you. And my PTSD has got considerably worse in the 4 years since I've been using it. In fact, I consider it to be one of the forms of gang stalking. No, it is one of the forms of gang stalking. It is all about, as we know, some of us know, brainwashing, programming, turning us into robots who all believe the same thing. And, as I said in some other video or another, we will cheer on the very things that will lead us to our doom. Social media.